What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Very Common. Today I'm coming at you with something a little different. In this video I'll be going over 9 Fortnite Battle Royale tips that you are not using to win every game. I use these tips individually and I have a bunch of wins, a lot of experience in the game, so get your notepads out and get ready to learn. I'll also be leaving a timestamp down below in the description, just so if you have any questions or if you want to go back and look at something, you can just click down there. So without further ado, let's get it on. Alright guys, before we get into the tips, I want to show you guys something called Fortnite Tracker. I'll put the link in the description below. I don't know how many of you actually know about this, but this basically tracks all your stats that you've ever done in Fortnite. So right there, you just type in your name, and then it gives you all your stats. It gives you all your stats from all the games that you've played in Fortnite, which is, I think, is really cool. And because Fortnite's a little bit behind, they've mentioned this a few times. They're trying to get it. They're trying to catch it up. But you can see kill death ratio, every stat. You can see previous matches. I think this is a really cool tool. Like right here, you can see all the matches that I played, if I've won, how many kills I had, how long they lasted. It's a really cool tool. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description down below if you guys want to use it. So again, without further ado, let's get it on. Alright guys, let's get this list started off with number 9. So my first tip, play aggressive to get the gun mechanics down. Okay, this is really important. Gun and building mechanics down. So there are a few different guns in Fortnite. I recommend trying to use them all frequently to become more efficient with them. So basically, the more aggressive you play early on in your career, the more people you run into, which will give you more experience. The more battles you get into early on will help prepare you for those late game situations that you're trying to win. It allows you to get the gun and building mechanics down efficiently and commit them to muscle memory. So right now I have a memory like it's just in this game. As soon as I get shot at, I press Q instantly. It puts a wall up. It's just a memory that I have because I've been playing a little bit. I know when to peek and I know when to shoot at people. So this early on in your career, you definitely forget about winning right away. Learn the mechanics, because you're not going to win a game if you're not sound with the mechanics. You can get lucky maybe, but definitely learn the mechanics first. Moving on to tip number 8. Put your guns in the same slot every game. So this is very crucial, especially like in the moments where you're getting pushed. You don't want to be fumbling around with your keys and get stuck with the wrong gun out at the wrong time. I've killed a few people in this game that have their building material out, and they fumble around and they can't even get their gun out before I shoot at them, and sometimes my aim's not very good. I'll miss 3 times and they'll still have their building supplies out. Because they're fumbling around, they're scared, they start pressing a bunch of buttons. They don't have their guns out in the right spot. There's also a few games where I've played that I've had my shotgun in the wrong slot, and it's muscle memory for me to have it in my number 3 slot, and I had it in a 4. So I ended up not even just having my AR out the whole time and ended up shooting 1 shot. This happened pretty recently. I got pretty mad at myself for that. So I recommend always putting them in the same exact slot. So in instance for me, as you can see in this video, my AR goes in slot 2, my shotgun's always in 3, my grenade launcher is always in 4, meds or some sort of potion is 5, and then X, if I have a sniper, I'll put it right there. I bound X for 6 just because it's easier for me. You guys can try something different, but it's easy for me to reach X. 6 is pretty hard to reach. So let's get on to the next tip. Moving on to tip number 7. Land far away from the bus if possible. So as you can see here, I'm going over Fatal Field, Salty Springs, Retail Row, but I choose Pleasant Park. I choose this for a reason. I'm going to land here because most people are going to land in Retail Row or any of these places we're flying over because they want a quick game. If you're wanting to win, use this tip. It helps a lot. You're gonna the least amount of people you run into, the better chance you're gonna have to win. Because the better chance you're gonna have of running out of there with rare loot to yourself and potions to spare. Potions to spare is huge in this game. So I know I said in tip number 9 that you should run into battles and land early. That's if you're just starting. Once you get that out of the way, you're ready. You're going to be ready for tip number 7 right now. You're going to be ready to land far away from the battle bus, and you have that experience already built up. Let's move on to the next tip. Tip number 6: memorize chest spawns and loot path. So every game I play, I have a set building I land at, and I always go to if I'm first down. But if someone beats me there, like this guy did to the right of me, I'll go to another building that I know. I've played the game enough, put enough hours into that I know where every chest spawn is in every house. I know the best house, gray house, spawns 3 chests, so I usually land there. But I was gonna get beat there, so I went to a different spot. As you can see here, I got pretty unlucky. I went to all the chest spawns and there were none, so that can happen. Just the key is just don't panic, man. Don't panic about it. Just gain your composure. Try to get in the house. Try to get cover. Joe came to help me a little bit. It helps when you're playing duos too. But going back, memorizing the chest spawns and loot path, it allows you to move more efficiently and spend more time looting and preparing for the attack than fumbling around, really not knowing where you're going to go next. Let's move on to the next tip. Moving on to tip number 5. This one's pretty easy to do. Everyone should be able to do this one. Jump around. I can't stress how important this is. This is a very crucial tip. I'm constantly jumping and moving kind of sporadically. This counters enemy snipers, this counters people that are trying to line up a shot, and it makes it much harder for people to hit you. I don't know if you guys had any experience, but trying to shoot somebody that's jumping is a lot harder than shooting somebody that's crouch walking at you. Shooting somebody that's jumping, you have to account, especially if you're trying to snipe, trying to shoot them, if you're trying to get for that headshot, or you're trying to lead them, and they jump. I've had people jump over my bullets. I've had a lot of different things happen here. So just use this one. It's the space bar, guys. It's not hard to hit. Move around, veer off a little bit. See, even when I was hitting that rock right there, I was still crouching. I was moving around sporadically, so I can't get shot. I'm constantly moving. A lot of my friends get mad at me for this, but it's just the way I play, and it's always helped me. I know that some people could argue that it may expose you more, maybe allows you to see, like, other people to see you if you're jumping. But I just find I'd rather not get shot, you know what I mean? But let's move on to the next tip. Tip number 4, build immediately after getting shot at. This kind of plays a little off 5. So jumping around helps you dodge maybe those first couple shots, which gives you enough time to build a wall around you. So the best building technique is what I'm doing here. So I'm going to put another wall behind me and a wall to the side. This gives me, I can see all 4 ways right there sitting in that base. I have to abandon because he's shooting grenade launchers at me. But building a wall like that gives you all 4 ways. You can assess where the shots are coming from, and the stairs in the middle allow you to perk up and maybe shoot at someone. So in some opportunities can give you a bit of the high ground, which I'll go into for my next tip. There you guys go. I just gave you a little insight on the next tip. But anyways, if I know I didn't rank these, and I'm kind of going a backwards order here, but this is the most important tip. In my opinion, I think this should be the number 1 tip in any list. I see so many new players, especially when I started playing. People are starting to maybe learn this a little bit more. But when I started playing the game, nobody built in this game. I can tell you right now, I don't even know how to explain it. People would shoot at you from so far away, just right in the middle of nowhere, no cover. You have to build before you get into a fight. I'm telling you, it's so important, and it's got me. I've won so many different games for building, just building cover. It's the most underutilized aspect of this game, and it's in the game for a reason. You guys have to start using it. I'm telling you, this will get you a win. If you can learn how to build and how to build quick and get that muscle memory down, you will be very successful in this game. Let's move on to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are almost done. Tip number 3. I know that I mentioned in the last tip that this is in reverse order. I didn't realize it until kind of the last tip, but regardless, it's still a tip video. But this tip, get high ground. This is very, 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 very important in any fight. So many times in this game, when you're above someone and shooting down, you're going to get a headshot kind of due to the angle that they're sitting. And headshots are incredibly important in this game as it does double the damage. So basically, to do this high ground, to get higher ground on someone, just build the same wall as I mentioned last tip, but expand up 3 to 4 walls higher. And on this, I had to move into the circle, so I built out all 3 ways, which gives me a really good kind of sight on everywhere, and I can keep taking pop shots at him in different locations. And I have the high ground, so I automatically I'm gonna have him not automatically gonna have him beat, because I can still get killed here, but I have a huge advantage on him, as you're gonna see right here in a second. Late game, there is not much more important than having high ground on your opponent. I try to hit the no scope right there, trying to do something for the YouTubes, trying to do something for you guys. But just watch kind of what this high ground does for me in this situation. He also has to move into the circle. And he's got no ground on me, so I'm gonna take my grenade launcher. Look, see how my slots are organized right there? What did I tell you guys earlier? Victory. Let's move on to the next one. Tip number 2: shoot everyone. Some may disagree with this, some may agree. Shoot at someone if you can get a couple shots on them. Okay, let me explain, Lil. Let me explain before you guys get all angry at me. There's no damage drop off in the game at any range. So if you can shoot someone, just take the shot, you know? You never know if you're going to land the headshot or not, but you got to be smart about it. Don't shoot someone if you can barely see them and they are barely in your viewing range. But if they're relatively close and they can fire back, build stairs in front of you before shooting, like you just saw me do before killing that guy right there. And right here, building cover. Watch this right here. You ready? You guys ready? Hold on. Let's interrupt the tip video. Ba-choing! Right? Yeah, go ahead. Peek, peek. Yeah, I told him not to. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is also on the tips. Go ahead and give him a little wave after. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry about that. But like I said, be smart. If you can't see them, don't shoot at them. I mean, if you could barely see their heads or barely see them, the part of their body, don't shoot at them. Be smart about it. Build stairs in front of you like I did. Let's move on to our last tip, ladies and gentlemen. And for our final tip, rushing after punishing. I'll explain here. So as you can see, I knocked this guy down. Joe also got knocked down though. I knocked that guy down in that house. But if you hit someone a couple times and believe they're low, rush them. I'm telling you right now, people just don't understand. Rush them. Oftentimes they'll be trying to drink or heal a potion. As you can see me struggle up here, struggle to get up this house. For some reason, I'm having the worst time of my life getting up here. I hit that tree down. Can I still build? There we go. So I know that there's a guy in here. I know his friend. I saw his friend go. I had to help Joe up so Joe didn't die. But I know they're in there, and they're getting potions off right now. I didn't rush fast enough. You know what I mean? So this is so important, guys. Oftentimes, I'm telling you, they're going to be drinking or healing. By pushing them, you eliminate their chances of this. As you can see, that one guy the guy that I downed got a potion off. If we were a little bit longer, they could have got heals off and they would have been ready to go again. So if they're longer than a 10 to 20 second run, I don't recommend necessarily rushing them. But if you hit them a couple times, so in a solo, you hit them a couple times, rush them. Depending on how far away, if they can get a heal off, so if, like I said, the 10 to 20 second rule, because you can get a med kit off in 10 seconds. So if you hit someone twice and you're not doing shield damage, say you're hitting them with an AR, you hit them twice, you do 60 damage. You've rushed them. They have 40 health left at the most. That's critical. If you have 100 health and they have 40, odds are you're gonna win that fight. But if you're across the map shooting them, I wouldn't rush them. I wouldn't do it because they're going to get a heal off and they're going to be ready to go by the time you're caught out in the open. But I can't tell you how many times that I have eliminated someone when they're trying to heal, thinking they're kind of safe behind their walls like those two guys just were. And then here, I'm going to provide another clip for you showing you. So right here you can see that I was getting shot at from up above. The guy didn't push me. He did. I had no health. All he had to do was come down and shoot me with a water gun. You know, I'm surprised they don't have a water gun in this game because that would be pretty cool. But all he had to do was shoot me with their water gun, man, and he didn't rush me. I know he had to go down, but I had no health. If he rushed me, I was dead, and that's what I'm saying. So many people neglect that portion of the game. They're scared kind of to rush, but once you get a little bit more familiar with the controls, it'll come second nature. But anyways, that's my last tip. Let's get on to the closing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to close up. It's time to close shop. I know you guys want more. I know you want more. You can't get enough. No, but in all seriousness, if you guys did enjoy the video, if you hit that like, subscribe button, that would mean the world to me. This video took a pretty long time to make. If you guys could share the video out if you think it's good enough tips and tricks, just good enough info to share out to your friends. Ooh, look at that! Ooh, look at this snipe! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Guys, if you don't like your own work, then why you do stuff? You know what I mean? But like I was saying, if you do enjoy the video, well, I mean, it's not hard to hit that like button. It's not hard to hit that subscribe button. I make Fortnite videos. I made a few. Go check those out. I'll put it up here in the top right, I believe. I'm new to this YouTube thing. I know my editing. I know everything could still use some work. But if you guys could support me now, that would mean a lot. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave that in the comment section down below, and I will answer everything. Thank you. Peace.